Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
We love you all, buddy.
We'll love you too.
Yeah, hey, thank y'all for coming to Lake Palo, Pinto, Texas. We appreciate you being here. We look forward to many future memories. This is the first of many. And according to last night at Mary's Cafe, we may be in Maui in a couple years.
That's true.
Kathy and I we found some pennies today.
That's
so
good.
They went into a jar.
That's right. But can you get a good chicken fried steak in Maui? That's
I don't know,
question.
but we can get some tuna or salmon.
That's
hopefully.
right.
We've been to Maui.
We'll slum it.
We actually did do our honeymoon in Maui, so it'll be a return trip for us.
We'll slum it eating, tuna and mako and all that good
shark,
stuff.
Yeah, man.
So I mean, this is kind of like, we're a little bit behind on our getting together as families, but but this is the progeny of Ernie and the progeny of Charlie, and Margie and Leah getting together at Lake Palo Pinto.
Yep.
And
we absolutely 100% are so thankful y'all picked us to come see. We love it here, and we're lucky there's water in the lake. But other than that, yeah. We love it wet or dry.
You're a little bit of paradise. Yeah. So you were telling me the story, Greg, about the Bullington Airstream trailer.
Yes.
And that when it showed up at your house.
So when I was 8 and 9 years old in Lafayette, the Bullington Airstream trailer pulled by a Plymouth something or other, 4-door Plymouth.
A Chrysler Newport.
Yeah,
with police brakes.
With police brakes, 19 kids would jump out of that thing. And we would beg to get into the trailer, and these cats would beg to get into our beds. So it was an even swap. We'd like, can we sleep in there? Can we sleep in there? And Robert was like, can we sleep in your bed? So anyway, that's a fond memory of. And then the other memory I have, oddly enough, a weird memory of the Bullington house was the two Cowboy Packer championship games, 66 and 67, because I was a Cowboy fan, obviously, and these cats were Packers fans and Cowboy haters, and always with the haters.
And there's so few Cowboys haters in the U.S. Really. So
anyway,
it's got to be tough,
Those are my other memories. Was over there, and of course the firework fights and all that on New Year's Day, and get driving. We used to go across through your side yard into the school on the bikes and stuff, and that was always so much fun. And just hanging out.
New Year's Eve was always fun, and the pyrotechnic adventures.
Yeah, the pyrotechnic, because we had those bottle rocket fights out in front of your house.
Only one ended in an emergency room. trip.
Only one.
Only one.
That's cool.
We've had pretty good track record. Y'all are really teacher heavy. I mean,
we're engineer heavy, and we're teacher heavy. Real teacher heavy, in fact. So. I'm not sure what that means.
It means that my Pammy feels right at home when she comes to hang with you.
We're all good with it. Everybody's cool with it. The kids are happy with it, which is the most important thing. And it's all good, We got
maybe more trailers than houses.
Yeah,
but,
maybe more trailers than houses, but I think part of it is our wisdoms, and our mantra gets passed down to a lot of kids.
And your values.
And our values.
Your values as a family.
And a family value. So maybe that's kind of cool.
Absolutely.
We're definitely big in the family. So.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. To the clan.
To the clan. Yeah, in the compound.
Daddy put
If you're happy,
together.
clap your hands. If you're happy and clap your hands. If you're happy and you really want to show it. If you're happy and clap your hands.
Where's his nose?
Get his nose. Get his nose.
Yeah.
Where's his ears?
How about yours? Does yours do that?
It does.
Welcome to Bullington Family Reunion, Grand Happy Regression Edition.
Yeah. I love visiting my childhood whenever I can.
Why not?
So I'm here with one of the newest Bullingtons at the Bullington Reunion in Lake Palo, Pinto. And we're just so proud of Tim and Michelle and beautiful young Madeline. And we're having a really great weekend together.
Yeah, we certainly are.
And by far the most
easygoing baby.
The most easygoing baby in the clan, for sure.
She's our angel.
She's your angel.
Yeah. She does love a good chord, though.
She just loves a good chord.
Yeah.
It's you know, she's probably getting a little angry. Like, this is supposed to taste like black liquor.
Good baby, terrible toddler. So we'll find out.
Yes.
So how old is Madeline now?
Madeline is 9.5 months old right now.
9.5 months.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, you are. And we love you.
10. She'll be 10 months on the 18th.
And she's swimming now. And
Yeah.
Yeah, she floats in the water.
floats in the water.
Michelle and Madeline go to swim class on Wednesdays, once a week. And Madeline's getting really close to walking.
Yep.
She wanted to walk by 9 months because that's when her mom walked, but she's decided she might wait until 10 months. So,
Yeah.
because it's not a competition, right, sweetie?
Nope.
Everything else is, but not the walking thing.
What do you see little glimpses of the future of as you get to know this little person?
That bug is giant. Do you see that?
What little flashes of talent are you seeing? And
I don't know. I think she's going to be pretty darn athletic because she's been up and at 'em for quite a while now. So she's at 9.5 months, about ready to walk. So Mom and I have been talking about, I think, maybe a golf scholarship for college. It's a possibility.
Something you could get into, you know.
Yeah, you know.
But we'll still pay for college.
Yeah. So no, she's just a joy, though. We always say we can't imagine our life without her now. Yeah. So it's pretty amazing.
Aunt Carolyn. So when I was about 12, I went in my closet and I found this gift bag. It was a red gift bag, and it had all the letters from my baptism in it. You're not supposed to read them until you get confirmed. So I told my mom I found them, and she got all mad at me. She's like, "Put those back." I put them back, and I found one from Aunt Carolyn, but I didn't open it until I got confirmed. And it was awesome. It was her telling me, she had no idea that I was going to meet her at an age that I would know who she was, because I still remember her. But in her letter, she was talking about she didn't know if she was going to make it, all this stuff, but she was talking about like how tall she was and what she looked like, and was giving me an exact description of her. It was so cool, and she was like, "I'm so glad that you walked in your faith," and all this stuff. It was just so cool to find that.
And you came to that point in your story at a wonderful time because you just got photobombed by a big white Uncle Michael.
Big white Uncle Michael.
I'd be just as big and white if my shirt was off, but still, you know, it's just, I don't know. We were getting a story from Reese about Aunt Carolyn and how special it was, and that Aunt Carolyn wrote Reese a letter, you know, and Aunt Carolyn's from a generation that honors letter writing, you know, and that kind of interaction.
Nowadays, it's send an email, and it's like,
Right.
woo!
You delete it. You don't keep it. Who prints out their emails?
Right. But
Old people. Michael.
I start work at an event venue tomorrow. So this is probably my last free weekend for a long time. But yeah, I'll be working events and giving tours during the week, all that fun stuff.
right.
Yay! Way to make the money.
Yeah.
Yay, Madison!
I'm wondering, can you tell me about the moment that you first met my parents, Ernest and Leah?
Together?
Well, okay, so you knew...
I knew Ernest for quite a while before I knew
You knew
Leah.
Ernest first?
Yeah, I knew Ernest at work.
Okay.
And we went on 2 or 3 jobs together. I was always intrigued by him because he was the only civil engineer working for the company that down there in New Orleans.
In New Orleans.
And So he was kind of a lone star type guy. When they had an engineering type job that needed to be done, they just yelled for Ernie. And
was it that his division was so small then, or?
No. It was, they had 8 petroleum engineers and 6 geologists, 5 lawyers, 1 engineer.
One civil
engineer, yeah. And they were really aware of what civil engineers did, because Ernie told them if they requested his presence on something that wasn't his duty, he'd tell them. He said, that's not civil engineering type work.
Got it.
Get one of them petroleum engineering trainees to do that.
Got it.
But anyway,
and then how many
first time I met him,
yeah.
We were surveying out of Thibodeau, Louisiana, and he was the New Orleans area civil engineer.
Are you round-footed? Do you have bunions?
We didn't have any phones, portable phones or anything like that.
Right.
So somebody came up with a note, handed me a note that I was supposed to go up to Krotz Springs and stake a location and a road. And the road would go back to the woods about 1.5 miles. And I said, oh God, that's several days. And I'm gonna need some wood choppers, because you gotta be able to see down through there.
Right.
And them trees were thick and big. We're gonna have to cut some trees down and all that. And I was bitching about all that when Ernie came up. And that's the first time I ever met him. So he was the engineer in charge of getting that road built.
So he was often a crew foreman, right? In his role?
He didn't have a road. I had a surveying crew, but he didn't have a crew. He had himself and a camera.
Okay, got it.
And a notepad, and he took pictures of all this stuff, write notes, and then go back and tell them what they'd have to do to get it the way they wanted it.
Got it.
But
so you were in charge of the crew.
I just had a surveying crew.
You had a survey crew. He was the one to document.
He was about 6 levels above me. But he was, the thing that intrigued me the most, though, when we went to Krotz Springs to the diner to eat, Ernie went over there, and they had like 4 steaks out in a floating deal. He went over, picked one of them out, told him exactly how he wanted it cooked, and one of the guys that was with me knew him and told that waiter, they said, you better listen to him, because he wants that fixed exactly the way he told you. Because he was meticulous about his food.
Yeah.
And he sent one time in Houma, he asked for the head chef and told him to take that dinner back and start over. Do it the way I told you to.
Wow.
He was bad.
That sounds like
and he was, because of that, none of the women around the company would date him. And he was up close, maybe he may have been 40 by then, but he was close, if not. And his dad was really sweating this thing out, because his daddy was the only son of an only son.
Right.
Ernie was an only son of an only son. Here he is, 40 years old. Women wouldn't have anything to do with it. And Mr. Bullington, Papa Bull, was really getting discouraged about whether or not the line was going to go on. It didn't look like Ernie's going to be able to hold his end of it up. Then he met Leah, and damned if he didn't get married and had 5 boys.
That's right. That's right.
But Mr. Bulling did live to meet the one.
Right. Lived to meet Michael, right?
He met Michael. But he was worried about Michael, because Michael had a heart murmur or something. Right. And the doctors were really, if he makes it to 5, he'll live to an old age. But at his young age, everything is happening. He's growing so much, and there's so many parts of his body growing, that it's real easy for some part to get ahead. And